want to come on here real quick and I just want to talk about my mental health as well as a book that I've been reading for 2 months that as of yesterday I have finally, by the grace of God, finished reading. Now, the book is called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And this book is definitely a life changer. And this book, over the course of the last 2 months, has helped me out a lot. Now, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind is definitely a life-changing book and one that I recommend for everybody, especially if you're goal-oriented and someone who wants to manifest success. And for people who, aren't that into reading, I wouldn't say the book is too long. It's about, 280 pages. So it's a little bit of a longer book, but it's something that you could delve into and understand the concepts of the book. Now, getting into a general synopsis of the book is exactly what it sounds like. It's the powers of your subconscious mind. Now, Joseph Murphy, the author of the book, he talks about us having the conscious reasoning mind and the unconscious or subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the seat of your reality, and all of your habitual thinking patterns, how you view yourself, how you talk, and everything that you have ever experienced is ingrained within the subconscious mind. When we do something, when we physically take the steps to go ahead and make things happen, we are doing that consciously. But the things that we don't realize that are happening in our reality internally and externally is as a result of the subconscious. And the subconscious is like a bed of soil. The same way that you impregnate, the soil with the seed is the same way that information impregnates and permeates the subconscious mind to manifest a reality. And in order to be successful and to, eliminate these fear-based belief systems as well as our negative thinking patterns, we must re-impregnate our subconscious mind with information that is conducive to our success. What this book has taught me is that society heavily, very, very heavily, shows us propaganda that impregnates our subconscious mind with these belief systems that run this collective subconscious mind or this collective reality. For example, there's a chapter in the book about money and finances, and he talks about how being within the trenches, having to struggle for money, that's mental illness. Poverty is a mental illness because subconsciously, if you feel like you're in the position to have to steal and take from other people, siphon from other people, you're admitting to yourself subconsciously that you are in a space of lack and that you are poor. Someone who is in a space of abundance doesn't need to steal from other people because of the fact that they have everything they want. They have everything they need. This book, I really recommend this book if you want to change your mindset, okay? I really do believe that when it comes to being successful, we must change our mindset for the better in all aspects of life, in every single regard. On an individual level, we have our subconscious mind, but on a collective level, the collective consciousness or the collective society of people also has a subconscious mind that manifests. This is why as a society, we all believe certain things subconsciously, and that's because our collective subconscious mind uses these ideas, takes it, and manifests it within our individual realities, which makes up the whole reality. So to clarify, the book goes on to talk about old age. As a collective society, we've all just, collectively agreed that old age is a sign of breaking down, is a sign of slowing down, is a sign of death, when in actuality, old age is a sign of wisdom and divine intelligence. And on the topic of divine intelligence, the book goes on to talk about what is the infinite intelligence. And the infinite intelligence is everything, for lack of any better word. You can think of the infinite intelligence as God, all of us being an extension of God's creation. And the book also breaks down many Bible verses and shows us the esoteric meaning of what the Lord is, of what God is, of what it means to program your subconscious mind and to be subservient to Jesus and God through the lens of the subconscious and conscious mind. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is a real reality and a fake reality. So with that being said, in order for us to manifest through the lens of the infinite intelligence, we must not bound ourselves by our conscious reasoning mind. So for lack of any better words, it's better to be delusional than to be logical in your ventures and undertakings, as the book calls it. And through the re-impregnation of the subconscious mind, we are able to manifest whatever it is that we want, whether it be shoes, money, material value, success, great relationships, etc. Being happy is a birthright. And if you subscribe yourself to the ideas of being angry, of being sad, of being lustful, these are all subconscious thinking patterns that govern your reality. And if you allow yourself consciously to impregnate your mind with nothing but success, harmony, peace, and tranquility, you can become the greatest person that you could ever be. Don't worry about when something is coming to pass. Don't worry about how it's coming to pass. If you know that you are working within the will of the divine intelligence, it is going to come. You mustn't worry about it, because when you worry about your manifestation, you tend to neutralize that manifestation, hence why it doesn't come to pass. So if you allow yourself to be free and know that you are working within your divine abundance, everything that you could ever want is already coming to pass. It just has to manifest materially. And I can talk about myself for a second. When it comes to me and my undertakings, right, one thing that I am heavily in the midst of doing right now is manifesting a car. I had a car, but things happen, and now I'm trying to get another car. But with that being said, I have a specific idea or image of what I want my car to be, and when I see this car on the road, I do nothing but just be happy for the person in the driver's seat, and I say to myself, I accept this car mentally in my head. It may not be here physically just yet, but what you must realize, and what the book talks about, is that things manifest spiritually or within the mental realm before they manifest physically. Be happy for the people that are in the positions that you want to be in. For example, like I said, the people in the front seat of that car, I'm happy for you, because I know that it's my turn next, and I'm not going to let anybody take away that happiness and that joy that I'm giving to the person in the driver's seat. Mental visualization as well as meditation and prayer are some of the most pivotal ways to manifest any and everything that you want. And ultimately, if you allow yourself to subconsciously reprogram your mind, you can be successful. You are successful. But I'm not going to give away too much of this book. I want you to read this book for yourself. Like I said, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It was a great read. I definitely recommend it. But with that being said, me talking about myself for a minute, I made a video last week about me being mentally burnt out, and ever since then, things have definitely gotten much better. I don't jack depression. I'm not the type of person to give authority to my negative feelings. Although I do acknowledge them, I don't give authority to them as them being finite, But I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was in a little bit of a mental depressive episode, if you will, okay? It's as if like I knew the answers of how to get better emotionally and mentally through the powers of your subconscious mind, but for some reason, it was a part of me that didn't. And it was as if that really shitty feeling that I was feeling, I got used to it. I got comfortable, and it brought me security, and I didn't want to do anything but be in that. I felt mentally burnt out, and I felt mentally drained. And just because I'm not within that, depressive episode, if you will, anymore, doesn't necessarily mean that takes away how I felt at one point. Now I'm able to just move accordingly with the knowledge that I gained from how I was feeling weeks prior. I wouldn't say that I'm mentally and emotionally triggered or in the state to feel sad. I feel my greatest self again. I'm able to go out in my over and undertakings. I'm able to, do what makes me happy, but from a space of authenticity and abundance, not from a space of lack. And I can't lie, sometimes things can get very overwhelming. Sometimes I do feel like I take on a little bit more than I can chew. Sometimes, being 18 and being in my senior year of college, high school, people asking me, oh, what do you want to do after high school? What do you want to do with this? How are you going to do this? Sometimes I do feel that it could get very, very stressful. But with that being said, I'm allowing myself to just know that I'm in the hands of the divine, you feel me? And I don't have to, go out of my way to be sad or be within the lack mindset because I feel, mentally or emotionally not ready for the day. And one thing that definitely has been helping me out again is, just saying affirmations as I wake up and just allowing myself to just be within the will of God, if you will. And one such affirmation that I say when I wake up is, I am taking the necessary steps to attract, manifest, and remain within my ideal reality. And when I picture and affirm what my ideal reality is and impress my subconscious mind with the idea or belief of my ideal reality, then I start to assimilate myself into said reality. Yo, she always do this, man. But with that being said, I love myself through you. We gonna rock out. Have a beautiful, blessed, productive, and successful day. And remember, the goal of life is not just to be infinitely great, but it's to be greater than infinity.